in Gauteng. Their municipalities, Ward 12, have reportedly had a deadly impact on those that depend on devices that require electricity, like home oxygen machines. Community activists say they've been without electricity for weeks. They also accuse the local council of very expensive electricity bills. Ziniko Mhlaba in Khutsong for you this morning. Ziniko, good morning. You've been hearing from residents. What kind of picture is emerging?
Yes, indeed, Stephen. We've been engaging with the residents since the morning, and now we are just outside the local clinic in Ward 12 where some residents have gathered to really share their plight, their frustrations, but how their lives have been since June up until now. They're still without electricity. So I'm going to talk to some of the residents just to get, their sense and how they are feeling. I'm going to speaking to different generations, Stephen, so that we get different perspective and how these generations are differently impacted by this problem. I'm going to start with you, Opa. Thank you very much for your time. You've been here for over 40 years.
Yeah, in Khutsong area since 1970.
Since 1970. Yes. Talk to us about how this is impacting senior citizens, the challenges and the frustrations we have to go through now that you don't have electricity on a daily basis. How bad is the situation?
In the last 5 years, here in Welferdien, the electricity problem has gone from bad to worse every time. That's only not one time. It's some other times we were without electricity for 21 days, and then 8 days, and then some other days. Now it's go for 5 weeks already. And the thing is, how do you keep yourself clean? How do you support yourself? You don't have money, especially the elderly people, the pensioners. Their food was rotten, the freezer isn't working, and now they have to work for themselves to boil water and pots and things, and there is a lady and a daughter that got burnt because of that problem. And then, like I heard from them, there's already 7 people that passed away because of this. The thing is, not the cost anything, the humanity. How do you keep you clean? How do you keep your children clean? And they get sick because of all those things. You can't flush your toilets. It's so many things that you can't. But the thing is, there's so many elderly people here, around here. And they sit with the same problem, money. They are supported. They don't have any money anymore to buy food and to get some gas and petrol for the transformers and generators, things to keep them to live again. That's a problem. That's a big problem.
Thank you, Opa. Thank you very much for your time. We can have a chat there. As a young mother, you've got the responsibility to ensure that you prepare kids to go to school. You have to cook for them, but also we're living under difficult economic times. How are you doing as mothers on a daily basis, especially those who have to still run the household?
It's very difficult, to be honest. All mothers and fathers, they are struggling. We not only don't have money for anything in this town anymore, because living out of a shop daily is way too expensive for everyone. We can't. We have to ensure our children is going to school. We still need to prepare them for schools every morning. So we have to rise earlier than normal just to get our kids ready for school. We have to boil water just to get our kids clean. They are getting sick left and right. Kids are complaining about stomach aches, nauseousness, all those things, because why? We can't eat properly in the mornings anymore. They don't have the proper food. People with babies are suffering because how do they rely on their milk for that child if they don't have money for gas, if they don't have money for milk anymore? It's unhygienic about what's going on in this life and in this town of ours.
I mean, looking at your situation, without going very much in detail, how long do you think you can survive without electricity? We're talking about issues of cost in terms of the resources that you have or you don't have. How long do you think you can keep up? You can be able to really go ahead with your life?
We won't. I'm honest, we can't. Because everyone is helping where we can, but we can't do it anymore. The municipality is not doing anything to ensure that the people here is fed. We are living out of tin foods if we can afford it. prices of shops are going up because they need to run generators. So what is going to happen to the kids? One of these days we can't do anything anymore. And I'm saying this with honesty, but all of us, we are done. We are fed up with this. We as a community are standing together and asking people just to help us. Because what about the parents? What about the elderly?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. Let me come through, my brother. We do get the context of the problem. But now, how are you engaging with the local authorities in terms of expressing these frustrations? But also, one might think that you're just out of power since June, but I believe this is a very historic issue. Give us context in that regard.
With regard to engaging with the municipality, we don't engage because we don't know who's running this town, who's our councillor first. Our councillor and the executive mayor, municipal mayor, actually municipal manager, they only communicate with us via group WhatsApps. Ever since this ordeal, we've never seen any deployee from a municipal office to come and hear our voices or what are the challenges that we're facing. Yes, it's not only about electricity. Where we're standing here, it's a road that is not maintained. When you go and pay your services there by a municipality, even that pole there is not working since it's been decades. No street lights, but we're paying for them. And when municipality have to come and account, they don't. Ever since, from June up until now, we've never had any communication from municipality unless it was done via WhatsApp. No community meetings, no nothing. And
sorry to catch my brother. There's this issue which is facing many small municipalities such as Merafong and others in other regions. They're saying that, well, we can't really run a municipality without rates coming in, without the residents paying their rates. What is the situation like here? Because I believe this is one of the best paying communities. What are the reasons for not responding to your issues?
Yes, we are a paying community, and I think we are number one, if not number two, in the municipality, number one, that is paying their rates. To my point of view, I think the issue is because this is a white-dominated community. I believe that there is something that is not happening right here. They are racist, I can say that. They are saying we are under Ward 12, which is Elijah Bahai Extension 5, those are location townships. When now recently with the money, the executive mayor was running as pushy service delivery. She came to Ward 12, but there at location. But we paying services. Next week, today's the first. Next week they'll be coming here cutting electricity, even though we don't have. They'll be cutting water. Last week we didn't have water. We don't have water, no electricity. There's money that was allocated to fix that freaky substation. It's not yet fixed. We don't know what's happening. We hear stories because our leaders don't come to the people to say, this is what is happening. Like now, I think you went to some of the family members that lost their loved ones. The councillor or the mayor, they never bothered to come and address the community as to say, this is what happened. Yesterday we went for council meeting.
That's in summer, my brother.
Yes. Instead of them saying something about Velfortin, it was business as usual. The councillor was from other ward, when I think it's an independent councillor. Yeah. When he was asking them about people from Velfortin, they chased him out of the meeting. Okay. Yes.
Thank you very much, my brother. Really appreciate your time. So the leaders are not coming to us. That's the sentiment that is coming from the residents of this particular community. We, in the next hour, Stephen, will be speaking to the municipality to really get a sense of what their reactions are to these allegations that have been leveled against them in terms of not being visible, not attending to these issues. So we're looking forward to that conversation. It's back to you for now.
Ziniko Mhlaba, thank you very much indeed. Do appreciate that update. Well.